Hello, I am Kasam Sheikh and welcome to my channel. So, as we know that Q&A Maker cognitive service is now generally available. It's being announced in build in May 2018, and I'm quite excited with the changes that has occurred. It has altogether a new architecture based on Azure. So, the runtime and if you create a Q&A Maker service, it's through the Azure portal, and it is being deployed through web app. Um, it's the all the question and answers is now into Azure Search Service, the chat logs and all different things all the logs and everything is now into application insights. So quite excited with the new version you can say of Q&A Maker. Earlier, when it was in preview, that was not the case. You just need to log on to your this Q&A Maker AI portal and create the knowledge base, and it used to give a subscription key. But now uh, we need to create the Q&A Maker service, and for that we have two ways. We will just try to create a service. We'll just try to create step by step how what all things we need to now provide for creating an Q&A Maker service. So so there are two ways, or there are two what we say a path or to get into that particular blade into portal. So the very first is Q&A Maker AI. You can see this is now a new portal altogether with some new cosmetics and all. You can very well go to the old that is preview version also by just clicking on slash old. But now let's concentrate on the new one. So if you click on create knowledge base, the very first step it will ask you to create a Q&A service into Microsoft Azure. And once you have created, it will ask you, it will populate, you need to provide your ID, the subscription ID you can say, or the ID from which you are logged into your portal. Azure portal, it will populate all the subscription with respect to that particular ID, and it will also populate the Q&A service uh, with respect to that particular subscription. So as of now, I don't have any. I must be having some, but let's consider that I don't have any Q&A service being created. So this is the one thing. If you click on create a Q&A service, it will open up Azure portal. It will land up you to the Azure portal. It will ask you about some entering your email ID. I've already done that, so that's why it has directly open. And here is the blade where you can see it will be creating a Q&A Maker service. The another step or the next way is to go to the portal, create a resource, click on this and type Q&A Maker. The very first in the result set it would be Q&A Maker, which is into AI plus machine learning category. Just click on this Q&A Maker and click on create. This too will take you to this blade. So there are two ways, one through directly from the Azure portal. You can just type Q&A Maker, or you can go to the AI category and you can have that Q&A Maker service over there. Or another one is to move on to Q&A Maker portal and click on create a knowledge base. And the very first step you will be it will ask you to create a Q&A service. So let's create a service. Let's give it a name. So it will need an unique name, of course. As you can see, this would great. Let's give a Q&A new service. Your subscription. You can select among your any of those multiple subscription if you have. Now this management pricing tier, if you just click on this view full pricing, there are two options available as of now. The one is free, that is 3 calls per second, and the another one is standard, again 3 calls per second. But the main difference here is if you select this free, so you have an limit, that is you can use the knowledge base with some three managed documents. Now the managed documents, when we say managed document, it comprises of the FAQ URLs, the documents with the Q&A format, all the PDF, Excel, and everything. So that should be not exceed three. Like it should be only three managed documents, and it should the size of your knowledge base, like it should be up to 1 MB. Like three managed documents up to 1 MB each. And whereas if you go for standard, so there is no limit in the number of managed documents. Now here uh, you need to take care while creating this service, because when you if you're already using your preview version, Q&A maker preview knowledge base, and if you have added some more than three documents or some more than three or four URLs into it, so if you're trying to migrate, which you have to do if you're already using the preview one to the new one, if you're trying to migrate and if you create the this tier for the management pricing tier, if it is a free one, that is up to three managed documents, and over there into the preview portal, if you have already created a knowledge base with more than three URLs or more than three documents, it will not allow you to migrate. So make sure, like while creating this Q&A maker service, like what exactly you need to migrate. If at all there is no migration as such, you are altogether you are creating a new one for, just for learning purpose or for just for having a new knowledge base in place. That is absolutely fine to go with any of this. But if at all you need to migrate, you need to have this thing into mind. So I will be selecting the standard because I don't know. Uh, I just try to have this standard as because I don't want to have any limit as such for any knowledge base as of now. Um, Obviously, you need to have this again into the resource group as it is a part of Azure. So let's go with the new resource group. Now, as I said, the question and answers of the users are now being saved in Azure Search. So that's why we need to create this Azure Search service. And for this you need to again select the pricing tier. So for this subscription I've already opted for the free service, for the free pricing tier for Azure Search, and that's the reason it is grayed out. It's not allowing me to use this. So for um, just for the demo purpose or just for this video purpose, I will be selecting a basic one. Let's click on select. This will create the search location. Your Azure search will be deployed into this location. Your app again with the same name. So the runtime is now for the Q&A service is now deployed as a web app. Again, this web application location you need to select. Let's we will go with the default one. Now here when you create when this app is being created, by default it is into S1 standard tier. Later on you can change it once it is created, but by default it is S1 tier. Let's skip app insight enable because all the chat logs, uh, the error logs and everything would be saved into app insights. So let it be enabled as of now, and again the app insight location. Just click on pin to dashboard and click on create. So this will take a few minutes, and it will be creating your Q&A maker service. And now this service which you are creating will be get listed into your Azure portal, sorry, Q&A maker portal over here for that particular ID and subscription. So two things you need to remember. The first thing is you can use only once the free tier for Azure search service for your for a particular subscription. And second one, when you try to use the management pricing tier, make sure to the free one is only for up to the three managed documents, and the standard one is there is no limit for the size and documents. Again, if you consider like at what region this Q&A maker services are available, so it is available almost in all regions wherever there is Azure search and Azure Web App is available. Q&A Maker is available over there. Let's go to portal to check whether it has created. Okay, great. It has created. Let's go to resource group. So we have created this Q&A new service. So as you can see, it has created one Q&A service for into cognitive services. This is the app service plan which is being associated with your web app, which is over here, and it would be in standard tier. This is the application inside which we enabled and the search service which we created during the creation of this service. So if you click on the Q&A maker service, it has its own key and a pricing tier and everything. So if you click on this overview, or if you go to, let's go to the resource group again, and if you come to this web app which got created, so this will be the host name. Now when you create the knowledge base service with Q&A maker, and when you try to connect it with Azure bot, web app bot, it has added an additional parameter wherein you need to provide the Q&A host name, which is nothing but this, because it is being hosted over here. It will be this URL slash Q&A maker, and as you can see, it has a standard one tier as of now. So let's go to the Q&A maker portal, quickly refresh it, and now let's check. So if you select the tenant, this is the ID which I was using as a part of my subscription. So it will populate all the subscription with associated with this ID. I have only one, and now it will populate the Q&A services associated with this subscription. So I'm having two. The earlier one is this, which is of free management tier, and this is the one which is with the newly which we created. Select over here. Now, as you can see, selecting this Q&A service is one of the steps for creating your knowledge base. I will just add something MVP FAQ bot. I will not add anything, and it has a reason behind it. Like I will be migrating my existing knowledge base from the preview portal to the new portal. So that's the reason. Uh, but I can add any of the URLs over here, any files. That will not an issue. The only main step I wanted to show is of creating this Q&A maker service. Let's click on create your KB, that is knowledge base, and that's it. So I am a bit excited with this new architecture of Q&A Maker altogether, wherein it is now based on Azure. So Azure Search Service, Application Insight, apps are now part of the Q&A Maker. So hope you enjoyed this video. I will recommend to uh, create a new service by your own. Try to see how it works, how it get the things, how the architecture gets built up. So thank you for watching my video. Kindly like this video and subscribe my channel. Thank you. Bye bye.